Kia ora, and welcome to Thursday's Economy Watch, where we follow the economic events and trends that affect New Zealand. I'm David Chaston, and this is the international edition from interest.co.nz. And today we lead with news. The US federal government shutdown is now the second longest in their history, having just overtaken the 1995-96 one, where Republicans were trying to prevent a Clinton budget being passed. The longest one was the 2018-19 one, induced by Trump. The current one has sent about 1 million federal workers home, and that is the largest of this type of impact. If this one runs for another 2 weeks, it'll then become their longest. Separately, US mortgage applications inched lower last week, and it was their fourth consecutive weekly decline. The weakest part of these mortgage applications are those to buy a new home. This came despite benchmark 30-year mortgage interest rates falling again and back to near their one-year lows. And ratings agency Moody's is pointing out that the rise of non-bank debt providers are building stresses into the global financial system. Loans to non-depository financial institutions are now more than 10% of total bank loans, nearly 3 times the exposure a decade ago. It is aggressive growth that has outpaced all other lending activities since 2016. And Japanese exports rose in September from August, but their imports jumped more than expected and catching analysts a bit by surprise. Basically, they're now at the same level, oscillating around balance, as was expected. But some observers cheered that this result indicated Japanese consumer demand was improving. And the Indonesian central bank reviewed its policy rate overnight and left it unchanged at 4.75%, surprising observers who had expected and priced in a 25 basis point rate cut. But to be fair, it had lowered rates at the 3 previous reviews. In China, we should note that Shanghai's recent change to their house buying restrictions has brought a spectacular surge in transactions. September home sales in this key city rose by more than 70%. And we should also probably note that the aluminium price rose again overnight, as it has done since early April, and is now at its highest level since May 2022, when it was in the pandemic bubble. Other than that, it's now at a record high. The US Treasury 10-year yield is now at 3.95%, down 1 basis point from yesterday. And the price of gold will start today sharply lower again at $4,048 an ounce, down $74 from yesterday, another 1.8% correction. Silver has fallen less though. And American oil prices are $1 firmer at just over $58.50 a barrel, while the international Brent price is just over $62.50 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar is now just on 57.5 US cents, and little change from yesterday. Against the Aussie, we're up 10 basis points at 88.5 Australian cents. Against the euro, we're also unchanged at 49.5 euro cents. That all means our trade-weighted index starts today at just under 62.1 and up less than 10 basis points. And the Bitcoin price starts today at $108,105 and down a rather sharpish 4.8% from this time yesterday. Volatility over the past 24 hours has been moderate, though, at just on plus or minus 2.5%. You can get more news affecting the economy in New Zealand from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston, and we'll do this again tomorrow.